Perseverance, a lowly virtue whereby mediocrity achieves an inglorious success. Ambrose Bierce. My friends, perseverance. Each and every day, 10 to 15 minutes. That is all we ask. And we're going to jump right into the charts today as we look at the S&P 500. First, stocks are mixed today. S&P is up. We see the NASDAQ 100 down. We see 20-year government bonds up and gold and Bitcoin down. Let's jump first into the S&P. We see we did not reach average volume this week. We have a green spinning top. Now again, doesn't give us a whole lot of clues. As we connect these dots, we can see that again we're just hanging up there. We look at, that's on the weekly chart. We look at the 2-day and we had dojis, red down candle. First day of this latest candle is a red spinning top below the weekly trend line. We're also the same on the half-day chart, but as we look at it, we can see that we ended the day with lots of volume and lots of indecision. We got the high of the day and then things settled down, but pretty crazy afternoon. And again, that volatility gave us a close of up 0.91%, almost 1%. So again, challenging as we end the week. We will see how this next week starts, if things will gin up and move further, or if maybe we'll have some volume on a downstroke. Would not surprise me if things rotated over and went down. We saw that happen the last time we had things move up and then got a spinning top. So that may very well be where we are, and we shall follow that. Now, the NASDAQ 100 has been a bit stronger. Today it was not. And of course, as we look at the first day of this latest 2-day candle, it did move below, had not done so until today, below the weekly trend line on the NASDAQ. So we will pay close attention to that as the new week starts. We saw the high on the week beginning the 20th of May. That was 460.58. This week, 459.74 was the high. So we were below that. And again, looks like we have some devolution underway. Things are slowing. Don't know for sure if that's going to happen. We've seen similar where the markets moved up and then a spinning top here on the NASDAQ, and then it took off again. So we'll wait, we'll watch, we will see. Let's look at where we are on 20-year bonds. Almost average volume as things started slipping over. As we have said over and over again, we didn't have anything to lead us into this short-term up movement that looks like it may be ending. We will keep an eye as the new week starts on what's up with bonds. Wish we had some nice volume to give us interim highs and then rollovers. Hard to really tell when volume is not confirming anything on your Heiken Ashi candlesticks. What about gold? Well, we've talked about gold bouncing off the second time what appears to be a ceiling. Remember, these purple lines, purple horizontal lines on our charts are always either ceilings or floors. We've hit it a second time here and appears to be rolling over down 0.59% for the day. Not a lot of volume to back that up. Again, not helping us out with the volume. And you know what? That's okay. We don't have to have good signals each time the market is fluxing. What are we looking for? We're looking for signals that tell us what's going on. If the market's not telling us, then of course the information's not reliable and we don't use it. Otherwise, we would be gambling. We want to see recognizable patterns that we have learned in the past work over and over and over again, and we use those. Lastly, we'll take a look at HODL, which is the VanEck Bitcoin Trust. This is the Bitcoin ETF that we track for you on a daily basis. We did finally, over the last 2 weeks, start getting volume. and we can see that we're nowhere near the average volume when it comes to what's been happening, not just this week, but over several prior weeks. We ended down 1.57%. We look at the 195-minute chart, what we routinely call the half-day chart, and you can see where things peaked on Bitcoin back on the morning of Tuesday, the 21st of May, and have been just sort of sporadically up and down, but tending down overall. You see where this latest 2-day candle just started today as a doji, again pushing through that weekly trend line. So we see weakness there in Bitcoin. We'll see as this new week starts out where things are going. Now, of course, as we end this week, we will be releasing to you our Charting Cryptos, Commodities, and Currency training that was released earlier in the week. As always, for our Patreon members, we'll release it today. For everyone else, if you're interested in cryptocurrencies, you're interested in commodities, the way we track them along with currencies around the world, we've got a great video for you there. It will, of course, be at the YouTube channel. We release it every Friday. That is where we are, folks. It's always great to have you here. Hope you're devoting the 10 to 15 minutes each and every day practicing, learning, practice trading. When you start feeling like you're getting good and ready to take the next step, we always encourage you to fractional trade, where you might buy $100 worth of a stock, an ETF, and see how well you can do with real money, a small amount, and see if you can earn on that or how much losses you are sustaining. And then, of course, with $100, it's easy to figure if it is a 2% loss, that's $2, a 20% loss, that's $20. And then if you multiply that out and said, what would have happened if I would have started with $100,000, you realize you would have really gotten hammered. But when you start getting good with it, of course, you can start taking further steps. Again, all it takes is practice. All it takes is time and devotion. And of course, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. How do you become a great trader? Practice. Just put in the time. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.